Sylvester Stallone, the legendary action star known for iconic roles in Rocky, Rambo, and The Expendables, has had a long and storied career in Hollywood. With over 5 decades in the industry, Stallone has worked with a vast range of actors, some of whom became lifelong friends, while others left a very different impression. Though he has often remained professional and diplomatic in public, Stallone recently opened up in a candid interview where he finally named the 5 actors he had the most difficult time working with, those he admittedly hated working with due to personal clashes, on-set behavior, or conflicting creative visions. The first name Stallone brought up was Richard Gere, a revelation that may not come as a surprise to some Hollywood insiders. The two were briefly connected during the early stages of filming The Lords of Flatbush in the 1970s, but the partnership was short-lived. Stallone recounted that Gere was difficult on set and that tension between them quickly escalated. "He was always trying to upstage me," Stallone said. "There was this constant ego thing. It just didn't work." The clash was so severe that Gere was eventually replaced in the film. Stallone added, "There's just some people you don't click with, and that was one of them." Another surprising name on Stallone's list was Bruce Willis. Though the two famously starred together in The Expendables, Stallone admitted their working relationship deteriorated over time. The tension reached a boiling point during negotiations for the third installment of the franchise, where Willis reportedly demanded a $4 million payday for 4 days of work. Stallone was vocal about his displeasure at the time, tweeting, "Greedy and lazy, a sure formula for career failure." Reflecting on it now, Stallone said, "I respected Bruce as a star, but not as a teammate. Sometimes money talks louder than loyalty." The third actor Stallone mentioned was Antonio Sabato Jr., who worked with Stallone during the late 1990s. While Sabato Jr. was a rising star at the time, Stallone said their time on set was marked by constant tension. "He had this arrogance about him, like he thought he was already a legend," Stallone recalled. But he hadn't earned that yet. Stallone also noted that the younger actor would often ignore direction and disrupt the shooting schedule, which irritated not just Stallone, but the crew as well. A more recent addition to Stallone's list was Steven Seagal, the martial artist and action star known for his own brand of 1990s action films. While the two never co-starred in a film, their paths crossed multiple times through mutual circles in the action film genre. Stallone revealed that Seagal's dismissive attitude toward other action stars rubbed him the wrong way. "He never gave anyone else credit," Stallone explained. "It was like he believed he was above the rest of us, like we were all in his shadow. That kind of arrogance doesn't fly with me." The final name Stallone revealed was Jean-Claude Van Damme, which may come as a shock to fans of the Expendables franchise where Van Damme played the villain in the second film. Stallone said that while he initially admired Van Damme's talent and physicality, their on-set chemistry was strained. "He was always late. Always had an excuse," Stallone said. "And he had this ego that just kept getting in the way. We had to redo scenes multiple times because he wasn't prepared." Despite this, Stallone did acknowledge that Van Damme eventually apologized, and they've since maintained a respectful distance. Though Stallone's comments were unfiltered, he emphasized that his dislike for these actors was professional, not necessarily personal. "I don't wish them harm," he said. "But not everyone is meant to work together. When the energy is bad, it affects everything: the crew, the script, the performance." His honesty was refreshing to many fans, who rarely get to hear what really happens behind the scenes of blockbuster films. In an industry where diplomacy often masks real emotion, Stallone's candid confessions offered a rare glimpse into the personal dynamics of a Hollywood legend.